Guys, I honestly wasn't planning to do this stream today. No. I always do my stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I was going to do my stream, but I wasn't planning on doing this topic today. And as I was minding my own business, as I should, somebody tagged me to a post and said, "What do you think about this?" And I was like, so, here we are. I was going to play Resident Evil today because I'm trying to get back into it, trying to beat the game. And now we got to talk. So Summer Games was today. We're going to talk about the Xbox stuff. I think is impressive. And we have some Stadia news as well. So for the people who don't know, the people who are watching this back, guys, I'm the all-purpose champ. Just look right there. You see it, says it right there. And I got a controller in my hand. That means I am a gamer. That's my gamer tag for PlayStation, the Xbox, and Stadia. Look me up. I'm on every platform as all-purpose champ if I was on that platform. Now, guys, I'm the master of vlogging. That means everything on this channel is all about me and also my family. I've been doing this since 2011. Check me out. You can see every birthday, every Christmas, every Valentine's Day. Guys, my honeymoon in Mexico, it's on this channel. Even when I buy something, I do a review. Even when I go see a movie like tonight, I'm going to see Jurassic Park. Expect a review tomorrow. But the important part is the cowboy. Because you see, guys, I'm not just an idiot wearing a cowboy hat. I'm an idiot wearing a cowboy hat. And that means on this channel, I'm a natural born entertainer. We could get some dancing on. If little Ray Ray is in the chat listening as his dad is driving, I'm be dancing on his grandma like this. Hey, guys, you could catch everything here from martial arts. Guys, I'm here to entertain. Also, part of this entertainment ship that the cowboy does is I throw a link in the chat. I let everyone who's watching be able to jump on and speak. Guys, I like to be the gap. I like to be the bridge from content creators to viewers. So if you ever said, I want to get my voice out there, guess what? You could do it on my live streams. All right. So with that said, guys, that makes me the king of content. And with that said, now that you know, I'm going to grab a chair. I'm going to pull this up. I hope you pull up a chair. And we're going to get into this show. But before we do, you guys know I got 3 things I like to say. One is this live stream is gonna be epic. And I don't care if Miss Marvel is trying to steal my phrase, because I had it first. So with that said, because I'm a cowboy. Oh, man. Listen, and she can't steal that, or I'm going to sue Disney. And number 2, guys, this might not be the channel for everybody. You might hear some things on here that you might get mad. We might tell jokes, mama jokes. We might offend some people, but I am the guy who likes freedom of speech. I want you to come on here and tell your side of whatever. If you're debating or you're having a discussion, guys, speak freely. But know this, if you get mad at me just because I'm keeping it real, well, it's not a problem for me because I'm coming from the place of a winner. And if you're not agreeing with me, then you must be the opposite, a loser. And winners shouldn't have to bow down to losers. So our sponsor just want to let you know, tell them, Chucky.
You're a winner. And you know what winners say. Fuck the losers who can't take a joke. Man the fuck up.
I'm simply not here to babysit grown men feelings. So with all of that being said, guys, if you do anything epic, because epicness should be in your soul. Guys, when you was in kindergarten, you walked to school, in that little classroom, you might have had a little boombox playing some epic music. That was your theme music. But if you didn't, you should always be thinking and hearing epic music in your head. Whenever you enter a room, just imagine you're a wrestler and your music is epic. So with anything epic, you gotta have an epic theme song. Guys, I just want to say this. My man, Mr. Bruce Campbell, he outdid himself. So Bruce, hit my music.
And now your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon. Guys, now it's time to get this show started. So first thing is first, we're going to go into the chat and see you lovely people. None other than my guy, Michael Cannon is in the building. Cloud Validation. Give it up for the guy. He got some great content. He made a really funny thing the other day about me online on Twitter. It was hilarious. So that was pretty cool. He said the big key words for this announcement is select titles. You can say that. But I think the bigger word is titles. And I think some places can't even say titles. Well, they could say titles. But anyway, we'll get into that. So what's going on? Evans is in the building. Give him a clap. Yeah. Cut it. All right. So Rock is in the building. Guys, give it up for Rock, the godfather of the stadium community. And he's doing his awesome, what do we call it, Rock? A pledge, he's doing a thing for to combat cancer, and it's pretty cool. So give him up for Rock. Yep. How to grow prize cucumbers. Okay, Rock, that's pretty interesting. I pay for YouTube Premium. Why am I still seeing that? Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe it doesn't work on live streams. Don't know. Tacos today, huh, mister? Give it up for Mr. Urban World. Let's see. Cucaracha. Oh, man. Cloudy V, you're my guy, man. Let me see. Rock, you have to pause the first 30 minutes to reach the main topic. Oh, shut up, man. I walked right into that. All right. Let me see. Wouldn't want those tacos. You guys are talking about tacos. You know what? I'm not a big taco fan, but I could definitely get into that. Yeah, got to keep the catchphrases, Rock. Huh? There is a touch of Denzel about me today. Well, Denzel been stealing from me for so long, Rock. Bad part is that he will still haven't reached it. Oh man, you guys are such haters today, bro. All right, question. Guys, you could all ask questions too. Always lay your questions in there. Question: will you wear your cowboy hat to the theater, and will you drink cherry cola with nachos? Say, I will not be wearing my cowboy hat to the theater. And it depends. Sandy is always getting the cherry cola. I like to get the Sierra Mist, but I'll let her get it today. My opinion, I was excited for the Microsoft Cloud news until I realized it's already possible with their remote play. So what has changed? Well, wait till you see my video. Stadia versus PlayStation 5 remote play. Let me see. I wonder what fertilizer he recommends for cucumbers. You know, I don't grow cucumbers, right? Also, this should only excite those who plan on phone tablets, who play on phone tablets. I could only see myself excited for this. No, so I disagree with that. And I'm going to tell you that. Even everyone, David Wilson is up in the building. Let's give it up, guys. Wilson. Yo, Dre, the SBC legend. Cucumbers, not big. Hey, Rock, what's up with you and these cucumbers? But I actually like cucumbers. Yo, let's give it up for Geek to Sneak. All right. Last of Us Remastered PC and PS5 day one. Well, Last of Us came out originally on PlayStation 3. So, I guess, whatever. Oh, wow. So it's select titles as Cloud Validation stated. So, honestly, this is not superior to their remote play. Pointless, if you ask me. Well, I won't say pointless, but for me, it kind of is. So I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to get right into that. Anthony, I thought we weren't going to get day one releases. You're not getting a day one release. Let me see. Holt said, hey. Holtz is in the building. ISO Motion is in the building. Last of Us Remake, excuse me. Yeah, it's just a remake. Does Avon come with Game Pass? No, Avon comes with, give it up for GameFly. It's better than Game Pass. Sorry, Ant, it's all the meds. Rock, you've been using that med thing for a long time now, man. Get off those meds. I think this is a hint about how PlayStation feels about day one later down the road. I think this is the test in the waters. All right, so let me get into that, right? I'll jump into that. But before I jump into that, let me actually invite you guys to join me. So here is the link. If you guys want, just jump on in. Let's have a good time. I love the input you guys have to join space. Bam. Oops, I didn't mean to add that. Let me back up. All right, there we go. There it is to join. Let me Let me pin it to the chat. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna get into what Mr. Urban was talking about. So here's why I think it's a bigger deal than you're saying. When I first got Game Pass, there was no cloud gaming on Xbox, right? And one of the things that bothered me is me and my friends, we would want to stream that day, right? And we would go to stream and then somebody wouldn't download the game and it'd be like, dude, you didn't download the game. And downloads took a while, right? So, excuse me, we literally would have to switch to a different game. So here's one of the tedious things with downloading. On Game Pass, you have a plethora of games. But if I go to, oh, I want to play this game, download. I want to play this game, download. This game, download. This game, download this game, download this game, download. Eventually, you're going to run out of storage. So cloud gaming is the answer to having free storage. So for me, I feel like if you allow me to be able to, if you allow me to be able to play my games via the cloud, even on a console. Let's say I don't go and travel. This is the problem with cloud gaming. Everybody, when they hear cloud gaming, they think cell phones. I don't want to play my stuff on a phone. No. There are people that only play on TVs like a regular console. They're just saving money that they would have spent on a console, right? So you have to think that way. There's some people that say, oh, if I buy a game, because the announcement to me was amazing. And I said this a while ago. I said, listen, I will gladly pay $500 for a PlayStation 5 if Sony said every game you buy, you can stream it via the cloud. You got me. Because that for me is good, because now you just like right now, right? I got a brand new PlayStation 5. I don't know. I only got 845 megabytes, right? 845 gigs of storage, right? At some point, that's going to be taken up. But if I could have just played a game on the cloud and not have to download it, I think that's important. But guys, let's bring in our first guest. Give it up for the Sensu of gaming himself, ISO Motion Gaming. ISO.
Oh.
All right, cut it. Cut the applause for him, man.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, you can't hear me? ISO, you can't hear me?
I can't hear shit.
ISO can't hear no. Well, let me bring in my next guest and see if you can hear him, because none other.
I can hear.
Okay, now you can hear me. So ISO, what's going on?
What's good, man? What's good? I gotta put on the hat. You gotta match you, bro.
Yeah. we got some info today that you might want to talk about, man. I mean,
yeah,
listen,
let's send it, bro. Let's send it.
Yeah, let's do it. So first, before I do that, let's bring in the man that can be seen from here to Tatooine, from all over. My man, your man, none other than. Let's give it up for host.
Very good, guys. I can hear both of you. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Good stuff. Let's see. I want to give a shout out right quick to Torres is in the building. Windstar is in the building. Give it up for him. And all right, so let me just read this one thing from Evans, and I want to ask you guys. I think that, oh no, I already read that. All right, never mind. So ISO, let me ask you this.
Yo,
I know you're not big into cloud gaming, but just think forget you, right? Because somebody told me, Anthony, it's not always about you. All right, fine, calm down. So, but just think for the people who are cloud gamers. I think Xbox is doing a hell of a job. So do you see the Xbox thing today?
No, so I actually didn't watch the showcase too much. I've heard little bits and pieces, right? I just haven't gone through the whole thing. Like the only thing I've seen was the VR stuff. I saw a little bit of the Modern Warfare 2 2022. I saw the Last of Us remake.
Okay.
Other than that, that's kind of it.
So here's the thing. It wasn't even, so Xbox thing is on the 12th. So it's not even Xbox thing. What I'm talking about is, or wait, Xbox didn't show any games. I'm actually going to pull it up and let you check it out, because I personally think they got to get credit for this. And it's people like Mr. Urban World. And listen, everyone has a perspective. So I know he's downplaying it, but I think it's powerful. And that's what led me to want to talk about this today, to be honest with you. So it says Microsoft is changing the game. Oh, wait, that's what I said. All right. Let's read what Microsoft actually said, not what I said. And unfortunately, I have to pull this up. Hold on.
Oh,
Man,
is
my
this the
friend-
TV thing?
Well, it's not even just. So I wasn't really focusing on a TV thing. I was
Okay,
focusing
okay.
on the cloud thing, right? So it said Xbox Gaming will support your game library later this year. So I'm not gonna get too into it, but what it's saying is not even Game Pass, okay? Not xCloud, not Game Pass. You're gonna be able to purchase games that you would have bought anyway, and a lot of those games will be able to be played via their cloud. Bro,
Oh, okay.
that's like sorry to say this, I know people gonna get mad, but that is a slap in the face of Stadia. That's like Stadia, we're coming for your market. Now, they did say at some point, they said this, that they were gonna allow you to purchase games in the cloud. They're rewording it this way by saying games that you already have, you'll be able to play in the cloud, which I'm sure will eventually be the same thing. But I think they put a date, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they said we're excited to share that later this year. So,
Damn.
bro, honestly, ISO, I'm a cloud gamer, and I've always said this. Xbox is giving you like the most in gaming this year. Well, if you're an Xbox fan, you're getting a lot. Because one, now I gotta add to I have 5 things I gave Xbox credit for. Now I gotta add a 6, and then hope someone hear from you. Xbox has the cheapest next gen console. I call it next gen for this illustration. They have the most powerful next gen console. They have a subscription service, which is Game Pass. They have cloud gaming, which is xCloud, and they also have their subscription service where you get games every month. Xbox with games with gold, right? So that's 5 different ways to deal with gaming for Xbox. But now we got to add a way to purchase games and play in the cloud, because besides Stadia, and I guess you could say GeForce, but we seen what happened with God of War. So that's powerful, man. I don't care. I'm a cloud gamer, and to be able to say, oh, I got pre-existing games that could be in the cloud, that's powerful. That's powerful. Now,
I mean, that's dope, dude. That's dope. You got another option. You got another option to game. Like,
yeah,
it's there's nothing bad about it. It's like
I'll say this. So if I didn't already buy a PS5 and this news came out, I don't know.
Would you have bought an Xbox instead, like dead ass? What would you have done? Like, because you're saying that this made such an impact that you yourself, right, is like, oh shit, maybe Xbox is making some moves. What would you have done?
I would have legit thought about it harder, right? I would have been like, because I know I like my Sony exclusive, but I have this right here, my Game Pass. You guys know I live by it. So if Sony exclusives come out, I'm just gonna rent it, play it, and send it back. So I guess I could have got into the Xbox ecosystem, and when there was games that I wanted to purchase, and because they made a good point, they said it's not every game. It's going to be not every game will be able to do that. But I can see them starting off, and it won't be every game, but
it's gonna get to every game. Yeah, it's gonna be a normal thing to happen whenever new games come out. It's like, oh, you got the cloud version right then and there.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. But Holtz, what did you think about this?
Oh, I love the idea. I mean, it's been about 2 years, I think, cloud's been behind the messaging that we all thought that, like, the likes of PlayStation and Xbox would integrate the storefront library to their cloud services. And now it's good news that we're actually finally hearing that at least one of the competitors to Stadia is actually bringing them games. Now, I buy my games digital, so this is absolutely good news for having all my games accessible via the cloud on multiple devices. I think this is going to be a big little win for me.
Now, here's the thing. I see Cloudy V said, he says select titles could be one title a month, and then you could end up with only 10 titles a week. Like, do we really think? Like, I get it. Because they don't say a number. They said select titles. You could downplay it and be like, well, it might be one a month. But let's be real. We see where gaming is going. We obviously see Xbox don't care about consoles. Not a cliche. This ain't a cliche fanboy thing or a console war. But I think Xbox is saying, listen, we just want you to play our games. Yep. And it's not a big deal about the console. So
okay, but I'm not going to accept this messaging that if the fall comes and all the fall games comes and I buy them fall games on Xbox, thinking that it's going to be available and then I'm limited. that by them games are limited. I will be really upset if them games are about a year old.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's just older games.
it's something but it's something they're pushing out though. We already know that they're doing select titles, so it's like
Correct.
hopefully it's one of those things where like, hey, we're coming out with what's a new game coming out? Redfall. Okay, hey, you have the downloadable and the cloud version. They'll probably let you know. So you buy that game knowing what you're getting. So there's no disappointment. Because if you buy the game to download it, then you're Gucci. But if you
Yes.
want the cloud version, you just wait and see if that's actually
Well, I hope so,
with,
because
you know?
Microsoft's been very good when they release games in the past. When they used to have the Play Games Anywhere, they used to tell you that game was available to play on PC, Microsoft, Xbox and stuff like that. So fingers crossed that their marketing is actually good. By the time Redfall come out, there's actually a little cloud sticker on it or something like that to inform me on pre-order that it will be available.
And to be fair,
because I don't want to pick the game up on day one and go, no cloud.
No, but to be fair, they're real. So if anything, so I got to give credit where credit is due. To be fair, remember I made my analogy last week, right? And I said, and the only reason I did that is because Microsoft did that. That 1 month, they said there was going to be 30 games coming to Game Pass. And out of the 30, 27 was coming to xCloud. So Microsoft is good with letting you know. And I'm pretty sure ISO hit the nail on the head. They're probably going to say, oh, this game will have a xCloud version. This game won't, before you even buy the game.
I don't know. It's like how Cloud TV just said in chat. It doesn't say anything about day and date and future purchases.
Correct,
so if that what the marketing says, my brain goes straight to, oh, it means my old library of Xbox titles. Oh,
I mean, even hold on. Even that is powerful, right? Even saying, like, if I was able to say, okay, like, well, you guys always go, oh, I love old games. I don't say I love old, but let me just act like I'm one of you guys for a moment here. I love old games. Oh, a bunch of my old games are in the cloud now that I already paid money for and I don't have to spend again.
That's dope, man. I like that.
Right,
Shit, you be on the go playing fucking Frogger. Let's go. Let's get it.
Right.
Let's get it. I'm all about that, you know?
Dude, it's just giving you more for the money you already spent. So
yeah,
why is that?
No, I don't want older games, like I told you. Just because you offer me a service that has like frame boost and stuff like that doesn't mean the mechanics and the graphics will hold up on the game. So I'll be like, yeah, I got access to me OG Xbox games, and I'll load it up and go, what crap is this I'm playing? It's 20 years.
Overall, it's a benefit though. 60 FPS, even if it's old games, it's a benefit. There's no negatives about it whatsoever. Same thing with the cloud thing. It's all just benefits. So whether or not it goes to the games you want or the other games that you don't care about, hey, someone's gonna love the fact it's happening.
Yep.
Of course, that's all that matters, isn't it? That's just someone out there that will actually enjoy it.
The thing, let's be clear. In this thing with gaming is marketing, right? Well, probably not stating it, but with gaming is marketing. All they're doing is making their portfolio more attractive, right?
Yep.
All they're saying is, hey, if you was in our ecosystem, we got this. I already named 5 things I've been giving them credit for.
But
now I'm saying 6.
I'm one of them gamers that don't really care about backwards compatibility. I've moved away from backwards compatible since like PlayStation 3. I understand there's a big, huge market for people with backwards compatibility and emulation stuff like that. But to me, I'm like, that's not what makes me subscribe to that service. I'm here for literally the new and shiny, not the.
Right.
But like I said, options.
And that's fair. That's completely fair too. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. Well, I think the thing is that I'm just like you, right? But I'm giving credit where credit is due. Like I said, I will give credit where credit is due to any platform. But I can say I'm just like you. I don't care when everybody say like Doc, bro, why are you gonna get the PlayStation Premium? It's mainly old games. No, because they put the cloud streaming tied in there, right? But if the cloud streaming was in the extra, well, I probably still would just pay another $20 for a whole year, right? Why not, right? But logistically, it would make more sense to just only pay for what I want. So I'm just like you, Holtz. I don't care about older games, but this like ISO said, it's nothing negative about it at all.
So do our already owned library of games come free to the cloud, or do we have to be subscribed to the subscription as well to make them go cloud?
It's funny. So obviously we can pull it back up.
Because in the end, I'm not paying Game Pass Ultimate prices just to pay my backlog. I would rather have a lower tier.
I want to say, I'll say this. I can't answer that question, but it almost sounded like just you didn't need xCloud. Let me see. Microsoft had originally promised the Xbox Cloud gaming streaming. for full library of games back in 2020, but it never happened. In 2020, we will enable gamers to stream from the cloud Xbox games that they already own or will purchase. So already own or will purchase. That sounds like day and date to me. Just saying. And Project X Cloud head Kareem, whatever his last name is, November 2019. So let me see. Expanded Xbox Game Pass. So they said beyond Game Pass. So this and X Cloud is a form of Game Pass. So I'm willing to believe you don't need X Cloud.
Yeah, that's
beyond.
Yeah, that's a mess. And when you've just read that out, that's what I'm thinking. If you buy the game, it comes with a cloud option without actually having the service.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I agree.
Yeah, and that's big. That's big. It's big. Yes, it says select, but not everything is going to have. Because if we want to say that, well, damn, every cloud service is to select, because not one cloud service has besides Stadia, because Stadia is only cloud, but not PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. That's a counterpart like PC or GFN. You can say, well, I got a large library of PC games. Why they're all not on GFN? Because select PC games are on GFN.
Yeah, I like that. That's a pretty good way of putting it.
Yeah, but I like where they're going.
Big brain, big hat.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. So let me go back to Twitter, because this is cool. Now let me ask you this, Holtz. I know ISO said he didn't really see those any of the what is the title? The Summer of Gaming.
Yeah, so, summer Game Fest, I just call it.
Yeah. Can you tell me some of the games that you saw? Is there anything you that you personally liked?
Well, when I seen Aliens, the new Aliens game, I thought to myself, that is definitely a game I want to play, because I love playing Aliens games. I just love the shock factor, with the deet, xenomorphs and whatever. Yeah. There was Callisto Protocol. I mean, I was looking forward to this game because I didn't know there was a Dead Space in the making. So I thought, well, it's going to be a spiritual successor. But then when I seen it, I went, oof, it looks like it's more than Dead Space. So I'm like, that's another game. There was some anime titles that, like, One Piece. It was One Piece that made me think, oh, that looks so quirky. And a few other anime titles that I weren't really paying attention because the title flashed too quick. And the likes of Arkham Knight. But these are all cross-platform. They're not just on one place. So I'm spoiled for choice where I actually want to get them. It wasn't something that I wasn't really excited for, because I knew these games were coming. I'm happy to see release dates, and I'm happy to see the likes of like Street Fighter 6, but it was nothing new. I wanted like God of War Ragnarok or Halo's next exclusive, or like a Need for Speed, something that'll drop this fall. So I was in two minds how I sort of would rate this. But at the moment, it did actually make me click pre-order on some titles. Yeah.
I think they had some pretty cool stuff, like the game you're talking about, that's like spiritual successor to Dead Space. That looked pretty good. That probably would look the best out of everything I've seen. I wasn't so excited for the Last of Us remake.
Oh yeah, the Last of Us. To me, it's like, I'd rather see this news come to PC and offer more a player base and options than actually remaking it again for PlayStation 5 from the ground up. I understand it's offering like the Last of Us 2 mechanics,
right?
But I don't feel that's enough to put in the game to make me go back and pay full price. I would like to pay it if it was heavily discounted. Of course, it's the Last of Us. I'd love to have that in my collection, but it's not something that I would run out day and date to buy.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little early to try to even do a remake for that game too. It's like, I don't know. Even if it's going to PC, I still wouldn't buy it for like another 2-3 years, because I'm good. I played the game already.
And what I loved about like Naughty Dog, it was like he brought his Crash Bandicoot, then he brought his Jack and Dexter, then he brought his Uncharted, then he brought The Last of Us and stuff like that. So they brought new things out with each generation. So I'm like, okay, Naughty Dog, what are you going to bring next? And when he went, we're going to bring Last of Us Remake, I'm like, that's a step backwards in your creativity. You need to sort of give that to someone else, and then you bring a new IP out.
Yeah,
So
it's weird. I don't know.
Scotty
I
V, I don't. You have to show me something because I think what I maybe you wrote this before what I read, but he said it's for Game Pass Ultimate subscribers only. I'm pretty sure what I read kind of debunks that. You might
And
have said that before I read what I read, but it doesn't
and
sound like.
of course, I was happy to see Modern Warfare 2. That was the last Call of Duty that I literally invested heavy in. Like, literally for the single player campaign. The other ones sort of didn't really get me interested. And I love the characters of Captain Price, Soap, and, you know, Ghost and stuff like that. So I was really looking forward, because of nostalgia, where this game is going to go. So I love the Modern Warfare settings. So I hope this game can actually make me click buy.
Yo,
Well, he said it.
same. I
He
agree,
said,
man. Oh,
"Oh
sorry. Go
yeah."
ahead.
He said it is for Game Pass subscribers only. So if you could show me that, but either way, listen. Either way, bro. That I mean, Game Pass, you're already getting a great value anyway. So if you was an Xbox player and you had Game Pass and that allowed you to be, because here's the thing, anyway, right? Even if that was the case, right? You have to pay for Game Pass Ultimate in order to get xCloud anyway. So if you was in that ecosystem and you were already playing, you were already using xCloud, then you were already paying Game Pass Ultimate anyway. So that would just be an extra benefit to you. But I get it if you've never had an Xbox and you said, well, you know what? Now I want to. Well, technically, right? It sounds like you could just pay for Game Pass Ultimate, not really pay for a console, and then buy an Xbox game for an Xbox and be able to play it via the cloud, which actually is probably the bigger move.
Well, if people weren't really bothered about where they're playing, I would definitely say a Series X and S would be better to invest in than the PlayStation 5. I'm not talking about the exclusive games, I'm just talking about you would want to play anywhere, because I think they've got a better user interface. The games are against family devices. I think the Xbox has got the best controllers. And, you know, not by much, but it still is a win if you that's where you want to play your. They've got more partnerships with the like of EA for sports games and stuff like that. They've got other services outside of Xbox services.
Oh. Everything you name besides a controller, pretty much you could get on Sony. But if you went to, all right, so I'm gonna tie this in and answer his question. He said, "Question: Will you be purchasing an Xbox Series console next due to the news?" No. So I think and I'm just being me. I prefer to be in that PlayStation ecosystem, and I don't want to have. I'm not ready to have two consoles until I feel like there's. So I'm leading into your thing, Holtz. Until I see Microsoft has some games that I can only get over there that I have to have, but that's not. No, I have yet to see one game on Microsoft that I'm like, it's only on Microsoft. I have to have it.
Yeah,
But
of course.
I can tell you
That's why I was focusing outside of the exclusive. If you wanted somewhere like that was for you to play third parties, then I would think that would be.
Yeah.
But of course, PlayStation's got the best exclusives. So if exclusives matter,
The
then buy
problem with
one.
me is if I buy a new console, I think Xbox is doing it better this generation. But I'm always, if I had to choose one, I'm gonna feel like I'm missing out if I don't get Sony. If I don't pick Sony, I'm always like, there's a real thing called fear of loss. If I don't pick Sony, I will have fear of loss. But if I pick Microsoft and be like, hey, like you said, hey, you know, they got Game Pass and they got xCloud and they got all this cool stuff. But I think I had to define myself is I'm a gamer for the games, right? The reason when I asked, are you more into tech than into games? My answer was I'm more into games. I even asked you, Holtz, and said, are you more into the community than games? And you said you're more into games, and I agree.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, I'm a gamer and I want to play games.
Of course. I'm never going to like diss PlayStation's exclusives, but I think they're a bit too long-winded for the release date. So at the moment, we don't know when God of War is. We don't know when Spider-Man 2 is. Yet Wolverine. They've got some big hitters that is going to come out between now 2024. But they sort of like to tease you and go years without actually dropping the game. Where I feel Xbox, when they do have news, they drop it a lot faster than the likes of Sony. So,
yeah, I will say this. My thing is that doesn't stop my fear of loss, right? If I either I'm gonna buy both consoles and then I don't care, or I'm gonna choose one. And if I choose one, I'm sorry, but I gotta go with Sony.
But like I said, if we just fast forward a week ago before you got a PlayStation 5, I would have said to you, Cowboy, get a Series X, and then the news of this buy your games on Xbox Live and play it on cloud would have been more beneficial than the likes of what Sony has to offer yet.
No.
Of course, when next, a few months, end of the year, Sony exclusive is going to mean something where you've got that fear of loss, but at the moment, if that news dropped a week ago, I'm pretty sure you would have changed your mind.
Oh, that's like the worst advice I ever heard. Do it now. Don't worry about the future. Listen, you might feel it in the end, but do it now. Wait, what type of advice is that? Wait, do it now. That's like you say, listen, man, just do a line of coke right now. You might be an addict later on, but today it's gonna solve all your problems. Don't worry about down the road. I am again.
Okay. So, for example, with this fear of missing out, boot up your PlayStation 5 now and tell me what has actually made you excited to have this really shiny white box now that says this is what's defining my purchase now.
I can answer you.
Obviously, PlayStation Plus Premium.
Yes, sir.
But that's also available on PC through the app. So.
Well, but yeah, but Returnal isn't.
Oh yeah, you're about to download
it. Yeah, because that's what made my decision, right? Yeah, I just want to stream games, right? But I don't. That's the thing. Sony never told me how many, so I'm like, well, I don't know. But if I get a PlayStation 5 and I future-proof myself, then I don't really care how many are streaming, because at the end of the day, I'll still be able to play them all. And I already broke. See, here's the thing, folks. I wanted Stadia to solve everything. I went so long without playing the game, even on my PlayStation, when I had canceled GameFly, because I was only playing games on Stadia. But once I broke, then I just have to accept it. Guess what? I'll have to download games. I'll have to go back to the archaic system. It broke me. Stadia broke me.
Well, Stadia offered some great solutions for me.
Yes.
For like literally 2 years. And like I said, I still speak highly of it. It's only been off it for a few months. But there were some games that I just had to play and they weren't available. Not just on Stadia, on other clouds. And that is why it dragged me back to investing in...
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I remember when Ace got his Steam Deck. And he was like, yeah, guys just don't understand. When you get hardware, like, I don't care about that, right? That's cool. But that doesn't grab me. It's just, I guess I'm getting tired of the not knowing.
Here's one for you. I actually had Arkham Knight pre-ordered on PlayStation 5, right? But that news of Microsoft purchases going to cloud, the library going to cloud, makes me want to cancel that game on PlayStation 5 and buy it on Series X. That way, I'll have the flexibility to play it on Microsoft Store, Series X, my family of devices in other houses, and cloud.
Right. I want to say this, though. I think this is a silly kind of thing. I feel like, all right, so hold up. Let me do this before I speak, okay? Just let me do this, all right? Okay? So you got to do this before I say what I'm going to say next.
You're a winner. And you know what winners say. Fuck the losers who can't take a joke. Man the fuck up.
All right, so now I'm about to say what I got to say. This is moron stuff right here. I can't stand the people who go on this rant of PlayStation and Xbox games are both on PC. No, they're not. You cannot. What, God of War was for? Just that alone is like an idiotic statement. God of War came 4 years later. You can't run around and be like, Sony games are on PC. That blows my, like, I want to throw my hat in the river.
Well, what blows my mind is, as a gamer like you, Cowboy, I mean, it's your choice to play Returnal. I can't believe the most defining factor to buy PlayStation Plus Premium at the moment is so you can play Returnal.
It's not just Returnal. It's saying that PlayStation 5 games won't be able to be streamed, right? So they're going to come out with more PlayStation 5 games. I'm like, oh, cool. I could just download it to my PlayStation 5. it's not just that one game, it's the future. So the thing is, if you're a gamer, right? I get it. I hear the people like Doc Dark and they say, I'm about now. I might die tomorrow. Well, guess what? I ain't say that. I ain't saying I'm dying tomorrow. I don't know when I'm gonna die, but I'm not saying I want it today. So if I had that logic, I'd be like, all I seen was Returnal. I don't care about Returnal. I don't care about Returnal.
With Xbox, Stadia dropping the ball with so many games for you, do you now look at PlayStation by saying, you're subscribed to PlayStation Plus Premium for a year. How fast do you want PlayStation 5 games to become available for you to download or stream? You must have a number in your mind to justify the price.
No, not really. All right, this is just me. It's just $120, man. $120 isn't bad to have a subscription for the year. I noticed is them trying to revamp what they have. I'm more excited that Sony can now be a conversation in the cloud.
Would you be happy if this current library on PlayStation Plus Premium was there for a whole year? Would you accept that? Or would you need some more PlayStation 5?
Before they come and go?
Yeah, so would you want more PlayStation 5 games coming out in the year to justify your subscription for a year?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think it's only going to be Returnal and Spider-Man. Like, that would be kind of crazy, right? Like, nowhere in my brain am I like, well, these are the games for the whole year. You would just pay for like 2 months and be done, right? They can't do that. You know, that wouldn't be a value. It's like when we say about the Ubisoft. Ubisoft makes sure they keep adding value to keep you invested. So they keep adding more DLC and they keep, you know what I'm saying? So if I thought that, I'd be like, yeah, I don't think that.
Primo's comment just had me in stitches. He sells. Let me see it.
Oh, let me just jump to Primo. I'm going to back up a little bit. Which one? The first one?
I'm selling a top-of-the-line DVD holder, 50% if you have a Netflix account. So it makes, you do digital and irrelevant.
Only $499, limited supplies. Hey, listen, some people might jump on it. I don't know. My guy Lion is in the building. Windstar said PS5 is able to stream to YouTube. Xbox can only stream to Twitch. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I need to be able to stream to YouTube. It's beneficial for Cowboy to stream with. Yeah, definitely. Let me see. Stadia made an appearance on Summer Games. They did. So listen, this isn't about me though, guys. I know Holtz did have some personal questions for me, which is cool, and I don't mind answering any questions. Oh yeah, Holtz. So he said you got an echo. I meant to tell you that. One day we were streaming and you did something and you was a little bit louder. And when you did that, it had an echo. And I actually clicked on everybody's thing to make sure, and the echo was from you.
Is the echo still there?
Hello. I don't think so.
I thought you said that there was an echo, meaning the device, because that did go off before. I don't know.
No. There was legit, like when I was speaking, I could hear it back. Oh, yeah, I could hear it. I just heard it. But if I mute you, watch this. I'm going to mute you, and now I'm talking. Guys. Do you hear it? Guys. Hello? No. See?
I can't hear the echo when I'm actually listening back on the headphones, so...
Oh, probably... So I don't know how I can hear it now. But if you listen to the actual thing... Let me turn it up. But if I mute you, watch this. Yeah, if you listen to the stream, you could actually hear it. So I wish ISO was here for this next thing. But I'm gonna pull something up. Let's see. All right, so I want to share this with you guys. And this is a little console silly war stuff, but it's kind of interesting. And so what do you guys think about this? What's your thoughts on this, folks? Because there's a bunch of people always having talks about this. So, guys, it says Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is $70 even on the last-gen consoles. So the whole thing is that people have this issue with PlayStation having $70 games. But now, guess what? This is $70. even on older consoles. So that is kind of crazy. What are you guys' thoughts about that? You can't cloud stream new games on the PS5. What are we talking about? Yeah, you can't. You can't cloud stream PS5 games at all. Oh, but Ellis, what we was talking about was the Xbox. I was giving them credit because they want to allow you to be able to use games via the cloud for games that you purchase and games that you already have owned in the past. And it does say select games. And Holtz is back, baby. Trying to figure it out, huh?
The whole point is, it was like I was just checking there because I've got me headphones off off one ear. I wondered if it was actually creating some like reverb on the microphone.
All right, let me see. xCloud for the Win sent me something. It said, and so later this year, if you are an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate member, you will be able to stream from the cloud games you purchase is cut off, and also games you already own, as long as they're cloud enabled in the catalog. Okay, there you go. So yeah, you have to be you have to be a Game Pass Ultimate member. But here's what I don't get. It says we're trying to get away from Game Pass. That doesn't make any sense. But speaking in benefit for media, CVP of Gaming Experience and Platforms, Ashley, whatever her last name is, gamers, sorry about that, lady. Gamers are not shy with the feedback, which is awesome. And so one of the things they told us, it's like, hey, we would love to be able to stream games that we own, even if they're not in the Game Pass catalog. Okay, get it. But you still have to have Game Pass. Well, this is coming from somebody. Here's this what I want though. Can somebody find that article that the one about Game Pass, the one that had all the different things that Xbox is doing? Like I had clicked on just specifically that one part. Like I took the one part out. I'm trying to find where I was tagged, but can somebody find that for me? Let me see. If I can find it. It showed that there was like a bunch of things Xbox is doing. This thing. All right, hold on. Let me see something.
Because your background thing is not.
No, that's not how it goes.
Thank you so much.
Maybe.
Huh?
Maybe I'm not gonna bring attention to it. Just. All right. So anyway, what do you guys think about Holt, still there?
Because Christopher said it's still there. I was like, I can't for the life of me think.
You was muted, Holt. You're not muted now. You're not muted now.
I was doing my head and I was trying to look for this echo because Christopher says he can still hear it, and I don't want it to affect the.
That's not that bad though. Listen, we need your host. Dad, I'm trying to find this article, like the part that had it was talking about all the different things that Xbox is doing. Like, how do I find that? But it was pretty cool. I'm trying to find it. All right, anyway, we just got to get to that later.
That's a bad heading there. It's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is $70 even on last gen.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, that needs a lot of stick, because, we can't shout at PlayStation because they had Upgrade Path for $10. and then you're offering this. You know, this game should be cheaper on last gen because you don't put as much love than you're putting in the next gen. So I think this is a bit horrible to see.
Me personally, I don't have a problem with it. I think these companies figure out, you know, I went, where did I go? No, at my job, right? I'm a return specialist, and I was trying to return some material, right? And so the company said there's going to be a $55 restock fee, and there's going to be a $10 gas fee. I was like, what? Y'all never hit us with a 55. They said, listen, things is changing. We got to raise stuff. So my boss was like, no, let's see if we could drop it off, where we just have to deal with it. But going forward, now we know. So I feel like that's just, I mean, we could all shake our rattles and cry over. I mean, who's standing in front of the gas station saying, I'm not getting gas because it's $1 more?
They should offer the option to have the game at a lower price, 60, then with the upgrade path at $10, than actually offering 70.
What? For what? Why?
Because it's the last gen game, isn't it?
Listen, you still in the same car, but your gas costs more, right? It's an old car, the gas still went up. It'd be nice if I could say, hold on, my car's a 2014. You might want to drop that down a little bit. Like, this is 2022 though, right? Well, it is. Well, 2022 prices is $489. I'm just saying. Like, oh man, damn, why it had to be 2022? I'm just saying. I mean,
yeah, I think I know what the echo is. Every time you talk, when my headphones off, look, if you talk now, watch.
Okay. You guys hear me?
No, when you're talking eccentric about something, it actually must come through the ear cup and to the mic.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Let me just move this away a little bit.
That's funny.
How do you think my poor ears feel?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we're trying to figure this out. I'm a little late on the comments. Let me get to it, guys.
But you see, the whole point is, it's like a lot of people do not have a Series X. So in the end, they shouldn't be punished with next generation costs if they're playing a last gen port or last gen game. That's all I'm saying. It's like, I'm pretty sure that Microsoft went on record saying they're going to keep their games at their price when Sony upped it. But they just make a statement saying going forward, every game is going to be $70.
So I think it's one of those things, man. If you look at I'm trying to find this article and it's driving me crazy. But if you look at, remember when PlayStation, to play online with PlayStation was free. You remember that? So I remember gamers saying, well, we pay on Xbox because we get more for it. And so our service is better than yours. And I guess Sony was like, you know what? They're saying theirs is better. They're bragging about paying. We're going to make our people pay. It's just like the iPhones. They got rid of the earphone port, right? And I'm holding my hand. And then guess what? Samsung started doing it. And then iPhone got rid of expandable storage. And then Samsung started doing it. It's like companies realized we could give you less because our competitors are doing the same thing, or we could charge you more and people are still paying for it. And that's just what it is. So I hear what you're saying, but
like it goes back, you can't start thing, you give it was a metaphor I was going to use, but I can't say it properly. But the whole point is I started this conversation before saying it's a family of consoles. So people should stop seeing this as a last gen console game and start thinking like when I just realised then they should be seeing it as a title you can play across family of Microsoft Xbox devices.
So, man, this is driving me crazy, Holtz. I can't find this thing somebody tagged me to that had like all the Xbox stuff. Like it was one thing that was showing a bunch of things that Xbox is doing. But one of the things also is the Xbox coming on different TVs. And that's going to be pretty cool as well. So let me look at that.
I was made up that Stadia and GeForce Now came to LG first. Because I'm a big LG person. It's not that I don't like Samsung, because Samsung got some gorgeous TVs, right? And then it came to Samsung, so I was like, more the merrier. But now I've seen Samsung Hub expand to include xCloud and some other services. I'm like, oof, please don't let it be a Samsung thing, and also please let it be the telly that I've actually just bought, because I don't want to be I don't want to be outdated. I want the Xbox Cloud native app as soon as possible on a TV that I love, because I don't want HDMI options and more power leads unless they offer a boost in graphic fidelity and performance.
Right. That makes sense. But, you know, I guess that's not the case. Because what they said is the 2022 TVs. So here's something, though. Primo said, I wonder when platforms are moving from offering cloud games as an addition to consoles to offering consoles as an addition to cloud gaming. xCloud dongle. So I think we're on our way, though, man, which is probably faster than I thought, actually. I didn't think we would be moving this way this soon.
I think it's slower than we started off, because how could Xbox claim that they can't get a dongle like the Chromecast, and there's Google that's had it for years now with streaming capabilities and gaming streaming. So why can't Microsoft already have one, should I say?
Folks, I want to find this article because there was like 5 things that they said Xbox was doing, and you know what I'm talking about?
The list of Xbox games, I guess you just said.
No, it was like it talked about the TV. It talked the last thing. It was like 5 things, and one of them was the TV. One of them was talking about their dongle. The last one on the list was Xbox making cloud games, allowing you to be able to purchase your games via the cloud. So that was the one I had clicked on, and then that was the one I shared.
So why can't on your history? Because it would have been on the web browser, wouldn't you? To see where it is.
Oh, I did it on my phone when I was at work.
And you don't actually have your phone synced to your laptop. Your browser syncs.
Well, I was using my app, so you think it would still be like? Let's see it. Well, let me see. I'm going to click on this.
It depends if you use your browser as a sync.
The movie is at 7:30.
What movie are you going to see?
Jurassic Park.
Ooh.
Yeah, man.
Right, that's tomorrow. I'm pre-ordered mine. I was a bit skeptical of seeing, like, will nostalgia characters kill the franchise going forward, so I just want to see a quick review.
Don't mind me, guys. I really want to pull this up because I think it was kind of cool.
Because what the problem with this new Jurassic Park, they're bringing nostalgia characters back from my childhood to the people that are used to, like, the Velociraptor trainer and this. So there's only so much set screen time for each character. So I want to see, like, character development over the years and see what's happened and have a quick snippet action.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, I'd rather just watch a video of Blue the Velociraptor.
Yeah. Blue is back. I think Blue has a kid now, right?
Yeah, so I'd rather focus about that than actually see characters argue, well, I was this and I was that, and what did you do? Which island did you come from? Blah, blah, blah.
Hey, Xbox for the win. Do you have the article? Can you send me that? The one that has all the different articles broken down? Like, I seen that today. You know what? Maybe I need to just go to somebody who's an Xbox fan. Maybe it's going to be, like, on there. That's what I probably need to do. I'll probably go there, and then you're going to see it big as day.
See, I don't know why you just not, like, got the link off your phone, dropped it in your Twitter, the URL, then got on your PC and actually clicked on that way.
So what I did was I had just took the one URL. Let me see.
The one URL to have them all.
Yeah, that's what I should have did. But I only wanted to share the one thing that I was thinking about. But let me just go. I think it was just right in my regular history. I guess if I scroll down.
We've got more events coming up, haven't we? We've got like the Epic Store.
Yeah.
We've got Capcom announced some more dates. So let's see. Hopefully, we'll see some little partnerships getting dropped for cloud.
Yeah, man, we got a lot going on. And then Microsoft has their thing on Sunday, the day before the PlayStation Plus comes out, for the new revamp, whatever you want to call it. What do you think they're going to show there?
I think it's going to be more Bethesda, isn't it? It's going to be like the Bethesda.
Yeah, well,
lineup.
yeah. I think it's Bethesda showcase.
Yeah, so it's all going to be about them. I can't see them dropping anything else. They're just going to show. I hope they start dropping stuff like only on Xbox.
Here's my question: do you think they're going to show Starfield?
No, it's been delayed. Let it rest a few months and then announce it later at the end of the year.
Here's what's crazy: they was going to come out this year, and they're not going to have gameplay to see.
Well, if it's been delayed, why do you want to see gameplay that people could actually say, "Oh, it looks crap," and then people go, "Well, it's an early build and all this stuff." I'd rather just wait until people forget about it, till roughly about the holidays, and then drop it and then give it a release date.
I mean, I guess there's one way to look at it. Look what happened with Halo, right? They showed gameplay and people said it looked like crap, and then they delayed it. You know? He said Sunday, Xbox shut it down. I think if Xbox was having a regular showcase to show more, but they're only showing Bethesda. So it would be cool to get an overall view of like a bunch of other studios, you know?
I mean, see, it'd be very good if Microsoft actually went, and here's the Bethesda lineup on cloud, and every game they show went on cloud. Dude, so then when people actually booted up PlayStation Plus Premium, they just put a tweet, "Oh, did you know that all these other games are on cloud?" And you're like, once you compare them on the day, you go, "Wait there."
Yeah.
So.
But then you know what? It's going to be a bunch of people that's going to be like, look at all these old games on cloud. Look at this massive library of PlayStation 3 games on cloud. To combat that. Oh, here's Maker. And Maker, I know you have the article. Maker, can you send me? There was like a tweet that had like, I guess there's 5 things that Xbox is doing. And the last one was the cloud thing. One of them was the TVs. I wanted to pull that up. It was cool. It was like bullet points, like 5 bullet points. And then you could click on each. I know you got it, Maker. Could you inbox it to me, please? But let's bring up Stadia for a little bit, man. How about the World War Z news? That was pretty good, right? They came out and said that they're working on the crossplay for World War Z for Stadia. They specifically said Stadia will be getting their World War Z crossplay. You know, that burnt a lot of people. You know, they want to set their houses on fire because they didn't have crossplay on Stadia. So,
well,
that's cool. Good news.
Better late than never, eh?
Yeah. I mean, still people are playing it. That would merge a bunch of people. Oh, they're not just showing Bethesda? That's what I thought it was. See, Maker said 1 sec. See, Maker has it, Holtz. He got things down. Why you can't do that for me, Holtz?
Well, the whole point is, like, if it's more than Bethesda, I mean, it's great, but didn't Xbox already have a conference? So why didn't you just merge the two together and I could just watch it in one big stream?
And you know what? I think they're having another one, too. I think they said there's a bonus.
See, I don't like all this.
Maker is awesome. Holtz.
I don't like all this bonus stuff. Just one big stream would have been enough for me.
Listen, Holtz. Never, ever in your life, okay? Hear me out. Go against the maker of chaos. Okay, well, there's not the links to click on it. But whatever. This is what I wanted. We're just going to have to go with it. Maker, I thought you would have gave me the one with the links you could click on.
Oh, see, Maker even actually helps the guy. And it's like, see, it wasn't my link.
Well, you know, see. All right, but check this out, guys. So it says lots of big Xbox news today. Xbox TV app is coming later this month. So it's coming this month. Xbox Cloud Gaming coming to Argentina and NZ today. So they're doing an expansion. Where's Purple Haze at? Oh, man. Xbox Project Microsoft is E3-like early game demos. And when is that anyway? Xbox Project Microsoft. And Xbox Cloud Gaming will support your own game, your own game library. Wow. Let me see something. Let me see something, my guy Holtz. I know I went on and on just for that, but I just wanted it in writing. Sue me. All right. So Microsoft new TV app stream games without a console later this month. That's pretty cool. But that's going to be certain TVs have to be able to have that app. So it's just like PlayStation. I mean, sorry, like Stadia and GFN app.
Well, they need to do it now because people are going to buy these 2020 TVs on Black Friday, Christmas special, and the World Cup, which is in December. So hurry up, Microsoft, and tell us what TVs, so everyone can run out and sort of enjoy the best features of a TV.
Well, let's see. Let's see if there's anything in there.
And of course, it's only going to be 1080 stream. I can't see Microsoft up and down game like what Stadia done with their tellies. I think they're going to take more of a GFN approach where they're going to keep it the stream at a certain what everyone's used to across the board.
Yeah. So they said that the Xbox TV app will work very much like Netflix does on TVs and will be available from Samsung Gaming Hub. That actually looked pretty cool. Samsung Gaming Hub on June 30th in 27 countries. You simply log into your Microsoft account in the app and stream Xbox games just like you would through Xbox Game.
I want to know if Samsung are going to offer a trial 1 month for Game Pass, just to show that they've got a partnership. They can't just offer you the app and then you go, okay, what to do now, and then click on and you pay for it. I think Samsung's got to sweeten the deal with Xbox and vice versa to get more people aware that this is the brand you want to play it on.
No, I agree with you. That Samsung Gaming Hub is pretty cool though, man. Here, let me pull that up. For anybody who hadn't seen that, let's try to get a video. Hopefully, they don't have a music that messed me up. What else about Stadia can we talk about, folks?
Xbox X. Well, I want to see what people in chat would like to see in this next event.
With Google, get Simply Unlimited, our most affordable unlimited plan, starting with just $20.
Okay, I got it, folks.
Like, is there anything they would like to see partner to bring it to boost Game Pass up in the fall? So would you like to see Ubisoft titles added? Would you like to see maybe FIFA 23? What would you see Xbox doing in the next event that could sort of make people join Game Pass over Sony? Do you think there's some sweet spots in between, or is it just going to be, if you're a member of this, get discounted towards our partnership of games?
No, I think they're doing a good job at what they're doing. I say just continue to do what they're doing. This video is 1 minute. Let me play this video first, and then let's discuss that. There you go, guys.
The Gaming Hub bridges the gap between hardware and software to create a simpler, easier way to discover and play tons of games from great partners like NVIDIA GeForce Now, Stadia, and Utomic. No game downloads required. Plus, because it's all in one place, you can jump right in with your current controller, and our TVs provide amazing gameplay performance with stunning graphics and low latency. With leading game partners, Samsung's cutting-edge technology, and our continued commitment to putting the player first, the Gaming Hub will completely change how you play in 2022.
What? That wasn't what I was looking for.
It will be available on 2022 Samsung Smart TVs and monitors later this year. And stay tuned for even more announcements in the next few months.
That wasn't what I was looking for. I was looking for the one where they actually had like the little video.
Okay, Do you think this is biased the way I see this? When I seen like the like if you start the video again, what icon or logo should I say was first in the tiles? Do you want to get the video up and just start it again and tell me what tile logo you see at the start?
Oh, okay.
The gaming hub bridges.
So, Ubisoft games.
No, press play when you see them all together watching it, about 2 seconds.
Between hardware and software to create a simpler, easier way to discover and play tons of games from great partners
Where's it gone?
like NVIDIA GeForce
Here they go.
Now.
There you go. Pause. So to me, even though it Stadia and an Xbox, when I see GeForce Now first in that box, I think to myself, oh, is GeForce Now more popular on these displays, or is it me just being stupid and just say Holtz alphabeticalized?
You know what's funny, Holtz? I looked at Stadia like they was more popular because they're in the middle. So you see how our brain works? I was like, oh, Stadia's right in the middle, baby.
Yeah, so to me, it's like I was like on the when I create my game folders, anything on the left is more popular, and as I progress through the right of the screen, it dilutes it. I know what you just said. Your approach is center, but as I look on it, I know now it's alphabeticalized. But I was just thinking, would that message have an effect in certain people's heads?
Not for me, but maybe for some people because you took it that way.
Yeah.
What's the last one?
I've never heard of it.
All right, me neither. Guys, we got a celebrity in the house. Purple Haze is in the building. Let's go. Hold on, is it Purple Haze? Yeah, there she go. Purple Haze. Give it up. Celebrity. I cut her damn music off. All right, hold on. Let me back up a little bit. I seen Maker said something that was pretty cool. Let me see.
Oh, there you go. Primo agrees with you, Cowboy. Eyes go center or brighter spots on images. So having Stadia center might actually.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let me see. All right, let me see. Like you said, Xbox has an hour and a half show on Sunday. And then another one on Tuesday. The Tuesday was the bonus one. Here we go. It's rumored Xbox will announce 007 GoldenEye remastered in their show. Yo, that would be cool as hell. That's a nostalgic game that grabs some people, man.
And see, Maker's just said now in the new trailer for the Samsung Gaming Hub, Xbox app was listed first, so it's not alphabetical. So that's where it threw me off, and I'm like, oh, okay. Is the marketing jargon behind it? Or like I said, it's just us gamers.
Yo, Cat is in the building too. Give it up for him, man. Yeah, man. All right, cut that. Let me see. Stadia didn't. Stadia did that already. Xbox is late. No, definitely. Xbox is late to the party, but you can't say Xbox is dead because they're doing so much in cloud gaming, man. So here's this way I look at it. Stadia has the tech on lock, right? GFN has, it's still tech as well, but GFN has the power. I'm going to give Stadia the tech. I'm going to give GFN the power. I'm going to give Xbox the games. I'm going to give Luna the budget. Like, it's good for the budget gamers.
Okay, so how long now do we wait until PlayStation Plus service becomes a native app? Should we start putting pressure on Sony by saying, we can't believe these new TVs have got native support for Stadia, then GFN, now xCloud. Come on, Sony, where's our app?
I say give it to the end of the year. I mean, that might be still jumping a little bit. I mean, xCloud's been out for what? Almost 3 years. Stadia's been out for almost 3 years. So I feel like
Sony had an app first. They had it on the Sony Bravia TVs. No excuse. Come on, Sony. Well,
my thing is this. I feel like, take your old tech, right, and revamp it since you're doing a rebranding. But I feel like once you do the rebranding, that's a new statement. I told you guys, I'm big on statements. Your new statement is saying starting June 13th and going forward, we will be having games in a subscription that you could download and you could play via the cloud. Now, once June 13th hit, I feel like that's when it really starts. Yes, you could keep bringing up uh, PS Now, but PS Now is just old and archaic. I was the PlayStation fans, and I never even got it. It just was an afterthought. But now I feel like going forward is probably when the clock should start, to be fair. Hold up. Mister has a question, Holtz. He said, so which is it? Cloud said some games, but you just said games. Oh, I'm so late. I don't even know what he's talking about. I don't know. Are you talking about the Xbox thing?
Something you were reading. You were reading something more.
I'm trying to look. I don't know.
I think it's safe to say some game asterisks, isn't it? Just in case it brings all the games you want, but not what other people expect in their library. So,
right next to Game Pass. Let me see. So I hope mic is off. It wasn't off. Oh, that was you that wrote that. Okay. It's alphabetical.
Of course, you know, Mr. Well, I want all my games from my collection to be available straight away. I want the service to start. Boom. There you go. There's access to all your titles. But I know it's not going to work like that because they're going to have to work with developers to bring patches or stuff like that to make it accessible through the cloud. So I believe it's going to have slow increments, like they done when they started to bringing backwards compatible games. It wasn't just straight to 100%. It was a slow burn, and it grew over time. But I'm thinking, well, why have I waited this long time? Why can't he bring a huge chunk of all my games?
Let me hear you give a breakdown for a label, folks.
A breakdown.
What do you call? So I call GFN the power of the cloud. I call Stadia the tech of the cloud. I call Xbox the games in the cloud. Like, can you get a definition for them? I don't even know what PlayStation is going to be yet. But
PlayStation Now, best library of games. You know, they've got the big hitters from Generations to a lot of like games that people relate to as, you know, brand specific to Sony. Luna, the family service. Okay. I think you know, it's budget friendly. It's got games that cater to a lot of gamers. I don't want to sit there and say GFN is the powerhouse, but it does offer the best. I wouldn't say the 3080 is that much powerful up to 4K 60, but it does offer more features and optimization.
But it's the one that you could play the most games in 120, right?
Yeah, so powerhouse. Yeah. Stadia, flexibility, it's on the most devices.
I like that.
You know, and Xbox, all in one service, should I say? Because it has backwards compatibility. It has it's going to bring games to the library. It offers Game Pass games with gold discount. It offers a lot in the package. Or we just focus on the xCloud's part of it, not the Game Pass.
Yeah, the xCloud part of it. Yeah, because it wouldn't be fair.
I was going to say bang for buck. You know what I mean? That's a term. You know, you're getting day one games for the price of the year. So bang for the buck.
Man.
You're getting more games that are sort of day on day releases or roughly a few months that offers more library of genre specific that you would get in other if you focused on your monthly subscription or yearly subscription. So bang for buck.
Yeah, that's great the way you broke it down. I want to say what's going on to Robin Banks in the building. Haven't seen you in a while. Let's see. FCAT said he just signed up to Utomic. I never even heard of that thing, but he says it's only $7 a month, or you could do the free trial. So yeah, don't know much about that, but that's cool that they made it to. They're in the Samsung hub, right? So I guess it's something.
It must be something. Is it a storefront or is it just like? Is it sort of like Boosteroids? It's just a
let us know, FCAT. Yeah, maybe I should pull it up. But so Primo said this: Stadia is the future of cloud. GFN is the past, if cloud, or I guess of cloud, Xbox and PlayStation will be the blockbuster of cloud gaming. I like that. I like how you said that. Luna is also the future.
But we're seeing, like, I can't put any of these services down because I mentioned Stadia initially for 2 years, and then in that 2 years we're saying, oh, don't put Xbox down. Then Xbox came up, and now then we're all sitting there now saying, oh, don't put PlayStation down in a year's time. And I feel like GFN at the moment, the way they're getting partnerships, they're actually picking it up a little bit more, should I say, with like partnership with EA. Because they just dropped 2 games, and they just dropped Mass Effect Legendary Edition and It Takes Two. So it's shown that they're getting support from certain companies. So maybe GFN could boost it further because they've just came off on a 3080 tier. So I would like to see where 2023 offers the cloud. Who's going to be the first company to change it again and again and again? It goes round.
What do I have to say about that? I feel like Xbox for me is doing the most in cloud gaming right now. But go ahead.
I'm sure I read an article before, or someone mentioned it, that xCloud 20% of gamers were playing Fortnite. So I'm thinking, oh, is Fortnite a very, very popular title? Because I think that what makes the larger numbers in GFN. So is it the service that they're happy for, or they're just happy to play a specific game free to play at a resolution that I'll be with?
I think Xbox is good because the day and date thing that has so much weight when people think about it. But here, let me do this, host. Check this out. Look what I found.
Play new games every week.
Okay. So you got $6.99 a month, or you have a family plan that's $9.99 a month, and that's 4 users. Okay. So check this out, folks. Here's some of the game library. So
that's not bad. Borderlands, Werewolf.
Yeah, they got the Werewolf Apocalypse. That's cool.
So do these games rotate every week? Or do you think it's just an in and out thing where they just add a few more? I've seen Metro Exodus.
They have the most amount of games, so let's just take a look through this.
Saints Row remastered.
Yeah, they got that Saints Row and the other Saints Row.
Yeah.
Look, Saints Row the third. Yeah, but I don't know what these games may look like, but they got what is this again? Dead Island, Riptide, and Saints Row 2. I'm just trying to see. Oh, they got Grid. No, that's called Grip.
It did look like it. It is look.
Yeah, that looks cool actually. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right, let's see. Look, they got Leisure Suit Larry.
Oh, that's a funny game. That.
Look, 2 of them. Where is
Who was it? Someone I think was on a panel said Leisure Suit Larry's Jeff. And
I was just about to say where's Jeff, because Jeff played it.
Yeah, and I just cracked up when someone said that a while back.
Extinction. I'm trying to look for the games that I'm familiar with. They got Red Faction, Painkiller. We were talking about that earlier. MotoGP 13, Red Faction 2. Some older games, but still, right? Show me more. Let me just see a little bit more. Go a little faster, so you guys can see.
Well, the list is going on, isn't it? Really, I mean, for people that this may be your genre of playing, should I say? Compared to we've just named like 10, and then we're scrolling down fast, like yeah. But
right.
This could be for you, and it is a cheap entry, isn't it? And of course, if Samsung's partnered with them, they might actually get more noticed.
Right. I mean, I didn't see any game I would be excited for it, but that little racing game looked cool. But they got Double Dragon in here.
But like you said about Luna, you meant, oh, it's so cheap that I wouldn't really complain.
Well,
so would you say
my only problem, folks. Luna was cheap at $9.99. I don't know. My only problem with Luna, right? So if I look at Luna and I look at Stadia Pro, right? Stadia Pro gets some day and date games, even if they're indies, but they get some day and date games. Luna doesn't. Well, no, they got cores. I give them that. They did get cores, but so like you know how I say I can't trust if Stadia is gonna get a certain game, but the thing is I could trust that Stadia will get some day and date games in Pro. That much I feel like I could trust that does happen. So technically they could save you money from buying certain games, whether it's an indie or not, right? Or if you use a numerical number as value and say like, well, that game would have been $30, it was in Stadia Pro. But Luna is it historically isn't known for getting those games. Look, we getting some crazy games now. I don't know what the hell we're looking at. And let's speed this up. Oh no. Oh, we're in the U's, so oh never mind, they won't go now further. Look, Earthworm Jim. Some people got to be going crazy.
I loved Earthworm Jim on the Sega Saturn.
Yeah, I was into it when it was when they had that one 3D game. Oh look, they got what is this something? This was yeah, Blood by Flame. I think that was like a big deal when it first came. All right, I think I'm done with this.
Blood by Flame, was that like a PlayStation 3 launch game?
Yeah, and supposedly the graphics was supposed to be like really, really good.
Yeah, for some strange reason, it just triggered my brain that maybe I actually did buy that game. Bound by Flame.
I know I didn't. I remember them showing it off, and he was explaining how the graphics gonna look so amazing, and for whatever reason, I just never, it never sucked me in. So yeah, they probably do got the most games, but what do y'all call it? Shovelware on PCs?
Who said Bound by Flame, not Blood? Who said Blood?
Oh, I don't know. What did we say? Somebody rewind the tape. What was it? Bound by Flames or Blood by Flames?
I thought it was Bound by Flames.
Yeah, I thought it was Bound also.
Oh, this list is going on, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. All right, I'm going to have to call it.
So the whole point is, for the entry of that price tag, it does look like it offers quite a lot of diversity, shouldn't it?
Yeah, you'll be like looking forever.
And
here's the cool thing.
FCAT just mentions more than Stadia. Well, yeah, that's a
yeah, that's fair.
Quick notice.
Here's what's cool though. The thing with Cloud, what makes Cloud so cool, is that when I was a Game Pass subscriber before there was the Cloud, like Stadia and all that, or xCloud, I would have to download the game and uninstall, and downloading was slower too back then. So like it was annoying. Look, Deliver Us the Moon. I'm glad I kept going. Look at that, guys. Deliver Us the Moon.
Purple says 1,300 plus games, so you're going to be scrolling quite a.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm about to stop then. But look, yeah, I did see Deliver Us the Moon. Look at this, Song of Horror. Hold on. What is this? Look at this. Oh.
Isaac, my dear friend, you don't know what you've done with that cursed music box.
Mr. Father.
Good.
Time to play detective. What is this?
Oof. That give me shivers. Song of the Horrors. Ooh.
I will play that.
I do have to say that really did look good.
Yeah, it did look good, man. That stood out. But anyway, yeah, so here's the cool thing with Cloud is you could easily just like scroll through and it's nothing to just press play. That is cool, man. You know?
Like I said, it's good that you actually click play on that, for example, to show the trailer, because
Yeah.
we're judging a book by its cover, aren't we?
Yep.
Clicking through games that we would have no clue. But if these are instant play,
Yeah,
I'm a big scaredy cat on horrors, but I do love giving
I
myself
love
that
it.
shock factor.
Did you see me playing Resident Evil yesterday?
No, not yesterday. I was watching Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Man, I screamed so loud. I thought Paul said he was going to clip it. Surprised he didn't.
Oh, I'd have to go back and watch the clip or the scream. There's no shame in screaming, of course.
No, listen, ask my wife. When we watch movies, I'm always jumping the screen. She's like, "Yo, man."
Oh yeah, I'm a scaredy cat on horrors, but I love giving myself that sort of fear. I love putting in a dark room, putting my headphones on. And I can only do it for an hour because I'll give myself a heart attack. But I love it. Because in the end, when you're playing games and you see, like, I don't know, the nemesis run at you, you say, "What a ugly mother."
Yeah.
You just like swear at the telly, and when he grabs you or something like, well, it's a bit gory.
Yeah. Here, let me let me read this. Let me go to this tweet that I just got. Hold on. So Primo said PS and Xbox have the games, no contest, but they're catching up on the tech. If Stadia stays focused on the tech and continue to grow their library, Luna and GFN will be its only competitors. I don't know about all that.
I can't see, when we talk about the tech, I can't see Xbox or PlayStation Plus jumping from 1080 up to 4K straight away. I think they're going to do an increment 1440p and more devices before they ever get up to Stadia's 4K 60 asterisk, should I say.
Oh, so no, that wasn't Stadia. I'm pretty sure you know that maker. I don't know if you were serious, but that's that Utome that was showing. Yeah, this game library is nostalgic. Let's see. GFN is better, but their business model is more restrictive for entry. Yeah, I get that.
I can't sit there and say it's restricted when, technically speaking, it's free. You know, I guess you can't argue with free of entry. I mean, I won't be waiting in line to play my games. No way. But, you can't argue at entry level free.
This stream is epic. Yes, it is. To be fair, those games look a lot cheap games and new ones. Yeah. Cool Breeze. What did Cool Breeze say? He said Luna is doing good stuff for casual gamers, especially being able to play 4 to 5 new titles each month, being a Prime member. That is cool. Far Cry 4 Gold Edition was pretty sweet for this month. Here's my problem with Luna. And this is where I'm never, ever going to give Luna... no, I'll say it this way. This is where I'm always going to have a bad thing to say about Luna. No online play. I'm an online gamer, and that automatically, you will never, ever, ever get my 1 penny. Never. I'm just saying. But that's me. That's me being a host, shaking my little rattle. Oh, Paul said he did clip it. Paul, why you didn't share it? Let me retweet it. How'd you share it? You tweeted it and you didn't even tag me. What type of nonsense is that? I wanted to retweet.
Well, when I see, and Maker just mentioned the Nintendo Switch has got 1080 games. The way I see it with the Switch is that their tech is like 5 years old in our hands, right. And it's older when in the industry. But their games are very optimized to that device, where the technology that these services are using are more powerful than the likes of Switch. So why can't it be a bit more powerful in today's age, comparing it to a 5-year-old?
Look what Primo said. This is cool. He said GFN is free with limits. Stadia is free unlimited. Oh, you did? Bro, I didn't see you tag me in anything. Let me see. Like I said, I think we're about 4 to 5 years before we see a bigger push for 4K.
Of course.
4 to 5 years?
That's true. But say, for example, Stadia came out in that time and says, okay, our tech has evolved, we're offering 8K streams. Would that make you all go, ooh, or would it make you go, 4K's where it's at?
I think he has a point, man. Ron said Boosteroids has the best games. Actually, we got to stop making Boosteroids like it's an afterthought because they are here now. They're in a lot more places. And to be honest with you, yeah, their library is definitely better than Xbox. But hold on. Let me say this. But to be fair, you still have to pay for the service and then pay for those games. Xbox is saying all of our exclusive games will be included. That probably trumps Boosteroid for me. I don't know. Sorry. All right, Xbox for the win. I'm checking this out.
I think why people don't want to mention Boosteroids is because we're all like, shh, keep it quiet. The more people you bring to it, the more we feel like it's going to lose all the games, and we don't know their business model or partnership. We feel like, well, if other companies can't do it, Boosteroids, just keep it quiet.
Yeah, because what somebody the other day said, oh, that's just because they said what? That's just because Sony don't know them yet. I'm thinking like these big companies. I'm pretty sure they heard of Boosteroids, right? I'm pretty sure when they're getting in the cloud space, they're like, oh, it's this company, this company, this company.
Of course, because they've done mergers with smaller companies. Well, not to say smaller companies, but cloud solutions. So why wouldn't they here? And of course, you can't say Boosteroid's small now when it's actually in the United States.
So let me explain this. This might be a shocker, bro. He said, what do you mean what do you mean online play? Like no friends list. They do have some online multiplayer like Rainbow Six Siege. So here's the thing. They only have online for the Ubisoft games. So if you play a game that's on Luna and it's not on Ubisoft and it's an online game, you ain't getting online. That's not cool. Because I'm primarily, now that's just me, right? Because I'm primarily like online games. But Holtz don't really play online games. So Holtz might be fine.
No, it's still like the option to be there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though I don't play that because of restrictions, I'd love to see them there.
All right, hold up. Let me go to this Twitter. My guy Paul that didn't tag me, but he said he did. I don't believe him. All right, hold up. Okay, I'm scared to watch this, Paul. All right, guys, come and check me out. Paul said yesterday, I'm gonna clip that, and he did just that. All right, you guys ready? Oh, I know he's gonna chase me. Sorry. Sometimes don't go under the bed. Go. Let me see me scream again.
That's it. Now Mr. Bayron Plays has got he's going to be the clipper of the community now. He's going to have a channel now with all the clips of people's shows.
Oh, that was great. Oh, man. I'm telling you, I'm the worst, man. I jump at everything. Stadia would need to bring a whole lot of games for them to be taken more serious. I agree. But I think the cool thing is that doesn't mean that they would die or anything. Utomic is PC. All right. Let me see. Stadia has always said their major move will be 2024 or 2025. Listen, once this low change porting get wrapped in the wraps, I think you're going to see Stadia come. Listen, Stadia, ultimately, I feel Google will do these deals that we need to see. And when they do, then you're going to see the fruits of the labor. But they just have to put things in a row. I kind of wish Stadia never closed Stadia Games and Entertainment. Because it would have been cool to know in the back pocket if Stadia would have had some exclusive games somewhere down the road. That would have been cool. It's gonna hurt when the first cloud native game come out and it's not by Stadia.
I don't mind actually laying off Stadia a bit because, like I said, they went full. They offered me features, games, great tech, and now everyone's playing catch up. Where 2 years ago I was like, "Where's Xbox? Where's PlayStation? Where's this?" So I feel it's their time to shine, and then now I want Sony to Stadia to sit back a little bit, see what's working in the cloud space, and then utilize it in their tech to become a competitive service in the cloud. And if that takes 2023, 2024. I'm here as long as there's still little dregs of games that I actually play.
Yeah. Primo, that's why you gotta play this with me, man. You know, you and me playing these horror games. He said, see, this is why I don't play them games. But Maker said, Stadia, where is it? He said Stadia definitely gotta fix their rep. To see because people see Stadia as a failure. This is true. But you know how you fix your rep? You just hang in there, right? It's like Rocky. Hang in there. Oh, you get hit on the ropes. And then eventually, when you get them games and get more features and all that stuff, then you just launch them. People can't help but to see what you're going to do, right? It's not like you're going to be blind. They're already going to know of you. You're going to be the underdog, and then you're going to get the big win.
What's it called? Like when rope would open them and they sort of do a little dance on the rope, and then...
See? I don't think they will at Lion, as that would make having a console less desirable. And it's the console that keeps the gamers in their ecosystem as people feel more invested. Well, I don't know, Purple, because what Xbox is doing, I think Xbox like, well, listen, we don't even care about it.
Didn't Xbox actually say that it's not about the hardware much for them anymore? They were saying they're going to more service. So we think that the hardware could be the last generation. We don't know. Let's just fast forward 2, 3, 4 years. There might be still a preference, but
if Xbox is already working on their dongle, right, where you don't need hardware, as they're saying, and literally that came out of them. I think Purple, when you make that statement, you got to take Xbox out now. You have to. You know, if they want Stadia features in games, they will need to buy games and studios at some point. Replace Phil Harris, Maker Chaos is my solution. Oh, wow. Let me see. I think gamers is what keeps people in the ecosystem. No, just the consoles. I agree. People don't realize, I said this too, in this generation. I said gaming is a popularity contest, right? PlayStation's automatically going to be on top because they was already on top. They was more popular, the popular kid. So your friends, something really has to happen to make you say, this generation, I'm not getting an Xbox, I'm going to get a PlayStation. Or this generation, I'm not getting a PlayStation, I'm going to get an Xbox, right? So
I would take the most smallest form factor of an Xbox. So it doesn't have to be a dongle like Purple Ace just mentioned. It's got to be like a mini console. But it has to give me more performance than what a native app or a browser app gives me. I can't just buy extra hardware at a price of entry. So it's got to be like the Shield TV. It's got to be like small, it's there, and the service runs at better like 4K resolution or 120 FPS. I wouldn't like to buy this hardware just to have an entry at 1080. No, thank you.
Well, you know the thing is, a lot of people live off of old stuff. There's a lot of statements in the past, but just see what Xbox is doing. Like he just said, it's not a dongle, it's a small console. Like, if you want to consider that, but this small console is going to allow you to do streaming from it, not download games, not put a disc in. So I really think Xbox know that the fight, they're not going to be winning against PlayStation as far as console sales. So why not let it be, like Doc Dark already said, he doesn't like to say Xbox. He just say the Xbox platform, the Xbox ecosystem, or Game Pass. And Game Pass isn't on one thing. It's everywhere. So, you know, but listen, if that's your logic, that's your logic. I ain't going to fight you over it. Yeah, it's definitely the games that keeps people in ecosystems. It's the same reason why the likes of HBO, Netflix, and Disney offers exclusive shows to keep people interested in their service. I agree, because at some point, the Stadia living off of the tech is going to be a old thing, and everybody's going to have decent tech. It's probably going to take them a while to catch up to Stadia, but at that point,
yeah. But in chat, people said it's in their idea. It's going to take 4 or 5 years before the idea of 4K takes off for the majority of people. So Stadia can actually roll with their tech by saying we've been offering it for 6 years by that time.
Right.
And play the powerhouse card. And I understand you need the games to utilize the power, but they could say that in the future we would.
They could, but if I said that to you, you wouldn't even take me serious. I'd be like, well, you can't play this game in 4K. You'll be like,
of course.
You know, shut the hell up. What you playing in 4K? Domino?
I'm just trying to say in the messaging in 4 or 6 years when everyone forgets what's happened. If Stadia, we had the tech for 6 years.
Right. Hold on, let's give a shout out to Gondara joined us. Hold up, and then we also got Jason in the building. Oh, some new people jumping in here. Let's see what he said. He always got these banger questions. One strategy for Stadia to get new AAA games is to offer the publisher a free immersive stream demo of the same game. If, the RA demo works for Capcom, offer devs might be convinced. Well, see, I don't know, right? When I seen that thing, I thought, if you do a deal with me, well, if I come to you and say, hey, let me use immersive stream to put a demo out there so people could easily get to this demo. The people are going to say like, oh, cool. Resident Evil 8 I never played, but I played the demo. You know what they're going to say next, Hope? I got a PlayStation 4 or 5 or Xbox or whatever. Let me go buy the game. They're not going to say, let me go buy it on Stadia. Nothing says they should white labeling refers back to someone going back to the source. You know?
Well, I feel like dialing back on, just seeing chat there, I think dialing back on consoles could actually produce a good messaging for like the the environment, the cost of parts on consumers compared to living costs. The idea that their tech is outdated so fast, you don't need to run out and buy a new telly to accommodate your new console. So maybe in the future, Xbox is just saying, if we just create a service now that's accessible on multiple devices, even old tech, then that'll be good for a lot of gamers than the idea of having the next big shiny object.
I agree.
For power.
Let me ask you this. Purple says, okay, find me someone outside of the US who says xCloud works great, consistent. What about you, Hope?
I'm on CGX. When I first joined the old CGX panel podcast, I was always there saying xCloud works for me. Right, I've got like a ping under like 20 for under all my services. So I think where I'm situated, I don't know if it's a Paris data center or a Northern Ireland data center, but for me it's worked. And a lot of people from the US were going, oh yeah, it's crap. And I felt like I was the only one that was going, oh, to me it works. And then slowly but steady, they started seeing it getting better over time. But I must have just had the luck of the draw where I was, where both Stadia, xCloud, and PlayStation Now works.
Thank you, Hope. I appreciate that. Purple Haze, next question, please. Now,
and of course, I've done this on my laptop. I mean, I came from, first I started the service with games for PC, and I was using Shadow as a solution. Never had a problem. And then it became more accessible when it sort of merged with Game Pass Ultimate. So I was playing that on my devices. PC first for the browser, then the iPad, and then now you can play it on this sort of Edge browser on the Xbox. Right. But I think, what's the point of me turning the Xbox on just to play clouds? It doesn't make sense to me.
Regardless, folks, it worked fine for you and it was consistent. Now, next question, Purple Haze. But actually, I gotta go to the movie soon, so I want to speed through this. Read you guys stuff. So Ella said Xbox in this gen is better than PlayStation. I think I would agree with you. PlayStation isn't really showing anything that's better than Xbox currently. So I agree. But PlayStation is known for the specific games, but they have to show those games. Now, we did see Horizon, right? And people did like it, but it got overshadowed by Elden Ring. So we just got to see more games for PlayStation. But I agree. Xbox definitely is probably the better brand this year.
I mean, I done like a 20-second clip of Forza Horizon 5. When I was playing xCloud, going, look at me, I'm playing it on the cloud, and it wasn't stuttering.
Right.
So, I mean, I wish I could show more game footage. But see, when I was recording Stadia footage on Mortal Kombat, when I was using Melon, I was getting millisecond spikes. I think I said this on a few past panels, and I didn't want to put that content out in case people thought it was Stadia's fault,
right?
My tech.
Right.
But if I looked on my capture card and I seen the game, I wasn't seeing these spikes. It was only when I was broadcasting it through web application.
This is my only thing, Purple. Reason why I'm saying this. You said everything you're saying or everything you're showing about xCloud has already been done. I get that, but here's the thing. Reason why it's important. They've been done by Stadia, who doesn't. Stadia is just a platform, so whatever Stadia has currently or gonna get, that's all they have. They've been done by GFN, but GFN, whatever games they can get deals with to get on their service from PC, that's what they have. PlayStation ain't even in the conversation. Luna is only a specific thing. The reason why Xbox and xCloud looks good is because they're putting their own branded games on cloud. That's very important. That's very powerful. Not only third person. So Stadia can't say that. GFN can't say that. That automatically gives them a heads up. They're putting exclusive stuff on there. A lot of people are saying this. So you say everybody's done that, but everybody has not done that because everybody can't offer something that you could only get there. You know what I'm saying? That should definitely be, you got to give them some credit for that. I do anyway. You don't have to. Only thing PlayStation does consumer friendly is because they're getting pushed. Yeah, but that's cool though. Listen, I don't listen. If somebody put a gun to Holt's head and he gave me all the money in his bank, I mean, I still got all the money in the bank. I'm not gonna fault him. Okay, that's a bad analogy, but you get where I was going with that. But
you see, I'm not really impressed by xCloud, even though it works for me, because at that time it was only 720, it was only 1080. Right. It was still in the dust compared to Stadia tech. It's only when I started seeing like GeForce Now come with the 3080, I'm like, ooh, let's see how this works compared to Stadia. And I'm like, oh my God, these are great streams.
Just called you a liar. She said it doesn't work consistently. It's been measured numerous times.
Does I miss the wink? In the United States, it doesn't work.
Primo said it was terrible for me. Primo, you don't count.
But you see, in 2020, in 2021, then it was a lot of us actually started seeing the push by Microsoft on the past panel, and we started like promoting, like, oh yeah, in our conversations that Xbox is getting bigger and better, and it's starting to run more, and that was well over a year ago. So it's a shame that a lot of people are actually having hiccups with the servers. But that's clouds overall, isn't it?
Yeah, well, this is fair because Ellis just said so Stadia works with no problems. Definitely not from what I've seen, but I enjoy Stadia.
And can I? I'm going to be mean here. I'm literally going to be mean here. I don't understand why cloud services came to the United States when Stadia launched. Because all I was ever hearing was, oh, it doesn't work. And I started saying, well, what about your internet provider? What about your house? What about your demographic? What was your heard about your demographic? And then I started realising data centres weren't built yet. They were in all urban areas. The internet providers were terrible. And I was like, but that's giving cloud a bad... And I was like, well, tell me your internet provider. You're telling me speeds that I had over like 15 years ago. And it's not their fault. That's the architecture of the internet and the services. But then over time, they started getting data centers and better stuff, and then they're like, oh, now Stadia works 2 years later. But I'm like, maybe that messaging should have been pushed to more countries that did have, not saying the UK have got good internet, because we don't. We've got 1 gig down, but we haven't got the best in the world. So maybe cloud should have been pushed there as a solution for people that prefer cloud solutions over local hardware, and then slowly came to the West. And then we wouldn't have complained when it was fully established and optimized.
Let me just tell Purple Haze something real quick, folks. Let me tell you something. I am more of a Stadia person than you are. Let me just tell you that, okay? Hear me out. I'm still the Stadia cowboy, all right? Don't let that PlayStation 5 fool you. I am currently working on a video having Stadia versus PlayStation 5 remote play, okay? Let me tell you something, Miss New Around the Block. You like Stadia? I bled Stadia. You just getting in the trenches, getting your little shoes dirty. You gotta take your high heels off. Let me take my high heels off because there's water on the ground. No, I was up to my chest in water fighting this Stadia fight. You got it easy now. People don't fight Stadia as hard. You think this is rough? No. Let hosts tell you when it was really rough. All right, I fought the good fight. Your little fight, this ain't nothing. This is easy. This is a cakewalk. All right? So just remember that when you try to check me, I still got Stadia in my veins. All right? Still Stadia to the heart. You just a fan of Stadia. Right? I am Stadia. Just saying.
Or when Cowboy was drowned when he was fighting, I was still bashing the waves back because I stood strong. Boof! GFN. Boof! xCloud. I didn't have one platform. I had a life raft just in case the ship went down. I'm like, see you later, Cowboy. You drown, man. You drown.
Listen, here's the thing Purple Haze can't say. You ain't never hear her say Stadia is my only platform. No, she hold tight to that Wii or that Switch. Well, I mean, I'm a Nintendo person. No, there was a point in time where I ain't played nothing but Stadia. That's it. You see this that I always talk about? I canceled it at one point in time because all I played was Stadia. You can't say that, but I can. So go on with your high heels, hang them up, let them dry, the little water, because my shirt's still wet from being in the tidal waves, fighting the Stadia fight. And with that said, I gotta go to the movie.
I still have Chapin to prove I've got Stadia burns. I've got a S shape on my chest. I look like Stadia Superman. I was that on my chest.
Listen, man. What's up, Dave? All right, so anyway, I do gotta go to the movies, and it starts in 15 minutes. Well, I want to get there so I can get my food and all that. So, hosts, as usual, thank you very much. Everybody in the chat.
Oh, quickly, we'll end it on. I can't wait to see your Jurassic World review, of course, because we can't end on the certain points.
Yes.
Jurassic World, go and stuff your face with some popcorn.
I think it's called Jurassic World Dominion, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, all right. Well, all right, guys, take care. Host, take us out of here, man.
And now your mama knows.
And now your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon!